Nerd here. I hope you're all staying safe and well. Welcome to my film and TV channel, and today it's a film review. Today we've got those films that the critics sort of more or less like, quite positive, but Joe Public, people like you and me don't particularly like it. So how did I feel about this one? Because I've got neither a critic or a Joe Public, am I really? So I'll just do this for a bit of interest and hopefully inform and entertain you. So the film we're going to have a look at today is a fantasy action adventure stroke horror sort of feature, and it's called Shadow in the Cloud. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. All these vlogs are coming out. I try and do TV drama reviews, movie reviews like this, some information vlogs, quizzes, lots of different things on those playlists if you have a look through. And also you'll see stuff on my football team as well, so if that's no interest to you, don't worry about it. But if you do know anyone who might be interested, or you are interested yourself, it's all vlogs on my football team, Manchester City. I do history vlogs of the past and current, present vlogs of what's happening now with City. So if that's of any interest, please have a look at that, or point someone in that direction if they may be interested. And obviously there's some links on screen as well for Facebook and Twitter. If you follow and friend me on there, I do check every couple of days, and I'll follow and friend everyone back. I do post stuff on films, TV and football obviously on there as well. Anyway, let's talk about it's films today. So if you're only interested in films, that's what we're talking about today. Won't mention football. Well, I might mention my Citizen channel later as we're finishing, but no, this is all about the films now. Yeah, Shadow in the Cloud. 2020 fantasy adventure action horror film directed by Roseanne Lang, L-L-A-N-G, that's spelt, from a screenplay by Lang and Max Landis. Yeah, a little bit of trivia on Mr. Landis. Obviously, the original screenplay penned was heavily rewritten during pre-production by director Roseanne Lang due to sexual harassment allegations made against Landis at the time. Lang and lead star Chloe Grace Moretz say Landis was completely distanced from the production and that his screenplay was rewritten several times before filming began. So they're trying to distance themselves away from it there. So is bad publicity good publicity? Probably not when it comes to sexual harassment, is it? So yeah, interesting piece there. Anyway, it does star Chloe Grace Moretz, as we've already said, Taylor John Smith, Nick Robinson, Beulah Coel and Callan Mulvey. And what's it about? Well, in the throes of World War II, Captain Maud Garrett, Chloe Grace Moretz, of course, joins the all-male crew of a B-17 bomber. Forget any realism in this. It's a film. It's a fantasy film. It doesn't make sense. Don't worry about it. A crew of a B-17 bomber with a top-secret package. Caught off guard by the presence of a woman on a military flight, the crew tests Maud's every move. Just as her quick wit is winning them over, strange happenings and holes in her backstory incite paranoia surrounding her true mission. But this crew has more to fear. Lurking in the shadows, something sinister is tearing at the heart of the plane. Trapped between an oncoming air ambush and an evil lurking within, Maud was pushed beyond her limits to save the hapless crew and protect her mysterious cargo. Yeah, it had its world premiere on September the 12th, 2020 at the 2020 Toronto International Film Festival, and it won the People's Choice Award for Midnight Madness. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it, Midnight Madness. It was released on January the 1st, 2021 by Vertical Entertainment and Redbox Entertainment. Not always the greatest stuff from those guys, but hey, give it the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, the film received positive reviews, generally positive reviews, certainly for Moretz's performance, receiving a lot of praise, although many called the film silly. Surely not. Yep, the critics, Rotten Tomatoes, well, it holds an approval rating of 78%, so that's not bad, is it, based on 74 reviews, and has an average rating of 6.4 out of 10, so it's over that magical 6 out of 10, you know, that I like films to get. 58 fresh and 16 rotten. Nothing wrong with that. The website's consensus reads, part creature feature, part war movie and part social commentary. Shadow in the Cloud doesn't always blend its ingredients evenly, but it's frequently pulpy fun. Yeah, I think let's summing it up. I mean, say you read these reviews perhaps before you watch this film, and you'll get a view for whether you're going to sort of put up with it or not, basically. Metacritic, the other critic site we look at, the film has a weighted average of 66 out of 100, so not quite as high, but that's based on 17 critics. 13 positive, 3 mixed and just 1 negative. So again, very, very good. And it scores anywhere between 16% and 90%, 90%. So a big wide range there. The playlist Jason Bailey, he didn't like it. He only give it 16%. He wrote, "This is an excruciatingly stupid movie, and the nicest thing I can say about it is that 83 minutes, at least it's over quickly." Yeah, he didn't like it very much, did he? Film Threats Alex Savalev, he gave it 60 out of 100, 60%. In surer hands, Shadow in the Cloud could have been a demented allegory about female empowerment. Instead, it's just demented, albeit damn entertaining. Here's hoping Landis gets his head out of the clouds and writes something that casts lingering shadows next time. And Variety's Peter DeBrue, we quote him from time to time. He give it 90, give it 90 out of 100, 90%. That's not bad going, is it? He wrote, "Hardly a minute of the movie registers as realistic." It certainly doesn't. Don't expect any realism in this film. But that hardly matters, since Lang so fully commits to its over-the-top sensibility that you'll be clutching the armrest and grinning with glee for most of the ride. Well, perhaps not, but we'll see, won't we? Yeah, the user rating. The user rating on Metacritic is 3.8 out of 10. So not great, is it? That's based on 40 users on the Metacritic. Internet Movie Database. Here we go. Joe Public, you and me. 4,251 reviews as at the 5th of January 2021. As I'm recording this. 4.6 out of 10. Not great, not great. Over 4,200 reviews. So it doesn't bode well, does it? Lots of negatives in the little comments section. So I had to search for a few complimentary reviews, obviously. But some of the negatives, some of the headlines anyway. Pointless movie. Unrealistic. He's a bit of a silly one, that really. Of course it's unrealistic. It's a fantasy horror adventure. What do you expect? Do you expect realism? I'm not too sure. Torture for the ear. Yeah, I can understand where that's coming from. There's a lot of some verbal in it which gets on your nerves a little bit. What an awful movie, someone wrote. Script writer should be fired. Or perhaps a couple of them should be fired. A jumbled mess, said someone else. But a couple of the positives, 3 of the positives, somewhat entertaining but not for all. I would totally agree with that. Not so crazy pants but fun. And silly fun and comic book-like. Yeah, they're all good connections. Yeah, what are my little thoughts on it? I'm sorry the screen keeps flashing. I don't know what's up with my camera at the moment, but bear with me, please. Yeah, Nightmare at 20,000 Feet from the Twilight Zone. Remember that one? Meets watered down Memphis Belle. I mean, that's my initial response to this thing. It is wacky. It's possibly one of the worst and silliest plots and played out storylines I've seen in recent times. Anyway, I've seen plenty over the years. Yeah, I found it that bad. It was pretty fun at times. So that it is one of these so bad it's good sort of things. But it wasn't that good. But it was fun. It was different. I can fully understand the poor reviews. If you go to this just expecting a silly, stupid film, then hopefully you won't be too disappointed with it, which a lot of people were looking at the reviews. Chloe Grace Gretz, of course, was fun to watch. I think she made it. I think without her in it, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much. But she made it watchable, and she certainly gave the Gremlins some stick, as I'm not even giving too much out there. The little creature, obviously Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, not quite as ugly and horrible as that one, but yeah, she certainly gave the Gremlins some stick, both above the clouds and obviously on the ground as well. So that's worth the watch. Obviously, the critics sort of liked it and the public didn't, which intrigued me when I looked at those reviews before I watched the film. And the film did sort of pan out as I thought it would. I mean, there's enough in there to get everyone's back up, to be honest with you, or not enough, depending. I mean, the storyline and the things that happen. There's a couple of things that made me shake my head and think, yeah, that's ridiculous. But there you go. As you say, it's just a bit of fun. It's just a bit of entertainment. There's nothing serious in this at all. It looked pretty. I thought it looked pretty good as well. I mean, granted, most of the action was on the confines of a bomber, and also a lot of the action was inside some small gun turrets. But the actual dogfights in the air and the action sequences were pretty good, fight scenes, etc. And even the Gremlin was all right. It was obviously it's what you expect. It wasn't one of our cute Gremlins from the Gremlins movies. Well, cute, were they cute? No, not particularly. But yeah, even he was okay. He was true to type. I think what helps this, in my opinion, as well, is that it was a nice length. It wasn't too long, thankfully. If it had gone on for another 10 minutes, I think you would have just thrown it, just give up. To be honest with you, but I think it was just the right length of time as well, because there are some big verbal scenes over an intercom, and our heroine, obviously, Chloe, was sort of listening and adding her comments, and that got a bit monotonous. But fortunately, it's not too long. It don't go on for too long, so. As I say, so you don't get that much time to get bored. Yeah, a film. If you enjoy a film that has no logic or sense, it's just stupid. As I say, a comic book. It's the sort of thing you'd see in a comic book has been converted to screen, if you like. But if you take it a bit of a light-hearted stupidness, it does have enough in it. It certainly had enough in it to entertain me for 80 minutes. But as I said, you really have to turn your brain off and not think too much about it. But it was good fun. I quite liked it. So I'm going to give it my watchable rating. So I'm not going to be mean on it. I mean, which is way above most people's views on it. But please have a watch. As I say, don't expect too much from it. Even watch the trailers. If you'll get a feel for it from the trailers. You might see some of the best bits, but. Yeah, and I thought silly, stupid, pathetic story, etc., etc. No, perhaps it could have been tweaked a bit and been a bit more not realistic. I can't say realistic, can you? With monsters on planes, sort of thing. I mean, we had snakes on a plane, didn't we? So we got a gremlin on a plane, which is fair enough. But yeah, no logic, no sense. But good fun for me anyway. I quite liked it. After some of the dour stuff I watch. Obviously, this time we've just, as I'm recording this in the UK, we've just got into another national lockdown. I mean, it's just a bit of light-heartedness. It sort of cheered me up and made me smile a couple of times, even though I did shake my head at some of what went on screen. Yeah, so I'm going to give the film 6 out of 10, which is my watchable rating. So I will fully appreciate if you call me stupid and silly and what a rubbish film. I can appreciate all that because yeah, I can totally understand it. But I got something. Perhaps I was in just the right frame of mind to watch this. So. That's that. And the posters, you've seen a couple of posters there. The main poster, I like it. I like that poster. I'd have it on the wall behind me. That's absolutely no problem. So I'm going to give the poster 6 out of 10. I'm going to make it a draw today between the film and the poster. So film 6 out of 10, the poster 6 out of 10. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. Please, whatever you're going to do this day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Let's all try and have a laugh, let's all try and cheer each other up. And this film, it did for me anyway, it cheered me up a little bit. So that's worth it, isn't it? Please look after yourselves. So until we meet again here, or perhaps you flit over to my Citizen Football channel. Wherever we meet, please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.